Hey, how's it going? I am Merkaba18. Today I'm going to do another video in which I will try to imagine what a Rainbow Six Siege operator would look like if they were ever implemented in Rainbow Six Extraction. Today we're going to be talking about a really interesting character that you don't really get seen much in some of the pro leagues or some of the top ranked leagues. This is Dokkaebi. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, please let me know in the comments below. I probably butchered that, and I apologize in advance. It's definitely the hardest name in the game to pronounce, for sure. And I think she's one of the more underutilized because her ability is kind of easy to counter from what I gather, and it's sort of wonky to some degree. And candidly, there are some other operators that do something very similar that are a little bit easier to use. So in this game, she has what's called a logic bomb, and I will go ahead and show you what that looks like here. So you pull it out, and it sends out a virus to any opposing player on the map, and their phone, it'll make them pull out a phone, and it'll buzz. You can shut that down after a second or however long, and then that will make that go away, but it pings them so that you know where they are. Now, it's not really utilized very much, and it just seems very underutilized. But in Rainbow Six Extraction, I think there's an interesting way in which you can kind of see her used, because you don't have to balance this game around players using it or around a competitive PvP scene. I can imagine a world in which it's quite a bit different, but also oriented around the same thing. One of the interesting things that they've done in Rainbow Six Extraction is they have reimagined some of the operator's abilities already. Like if you look at Jaeger, where he is essentially a trophy system in Siege. His has a trophy system in it, his ult does, but it's also utilized as a offensive capability. So I can imagine a world in which Dokkaebi does the same sort of thing, where her technological savvy allows her to, for example, you pull out the logic bomb and it will emit a noise that drives Archeans insane, so they can't see you. This is how I can most likely imagine it. So you pull out the logic bomb. Let's pretend we're walking around in it, and there's a Archean patch there. There's some nests there. There's some behind us as well. We got a little bit trapped. You pull out your logic bomb, and it drives them insane. The noise prevents them from being able to either hear or see anything within the area, so that your team can kind of walk past them without being detected. So we're walking through here. We pull out our logic bomb. And there's Archeans and a bunch of nests in this room. We need to get through here to get to our rescue target, who is right here. We use our logic bomb, which will temporarily disrupt their ability to hear or see anything. They're kind of disoriented or have some sort of issue with their ability to detect or sense anything. And then you get your target, go to the extraction point, and you're out before they even know that you're there. So some sort of variation of that would be very interesting. It's definitely gonna, if she's ever brought into the game, I would imagine that her ability to create an emitting sound would have a very different effect. Whereas in this particular game in Siege, her ability is designed to try to detect where enemies are so that you can see where they are. Maybe there'll be something of that in somewhere in the progression table or in some level for her. But I think the ultimate goal with her will, as I would want to see her implemented, would be to prevent Archeans from using senses as a way to detect you either visually or through sound. Now, I can also envision a way in which that sound drives them a little bit mad, or they have a little bit of a chance to turn on each other. I've talked about this with Mozzie a little bit. Maybe there's a little bit of an effect where they turn on each other for temporarily, or there's a chance that they turn on each other, or lower level Argies will turn on each other. I don't think you'll see them like take control or anything like that. Maybe there's also a way in which it creates a scan effect. So anything within a short range will automatically be scanned for your team while you try to move through and avoid them. One other thing that I think you will probably see is maybe some low-level Archies, like lowest-level Archies, or like let's say there's a bunch of spores right here. We all know blinding spores. We all know blinding mines and explosive mines and all that. Those annoying little things that don't really do much except prevent you from moving or being able to see. I would imagine that there's a sort of reverse effect for Dokkaebi where you can like either delete them or eviscerate them, or they turn. So like, let's say there's a bunch of blinding mines here. You use your logic bomb and it will then blind the Archeans permanently or temporarily, whatever it may be, or it gets rid of them. And then let's say maybe breachers, gassers, bloaters, whatever it is, those like lowest level archies end up automatically exploding, and you're able to move freely about the map. I don't think you'll probably see it destroy nests necessarily, maybe just the lowest level archies. But the big thing is the ability to block sensibilities or senses for your Archaeans, and then be able to move, sort of create like a vigil cloud over the area so that you can move through the area temporarily while they're disoriented, and then take them out if you want to, move on and do stealth if you want to, whatever it may be. What do you think I got right about this video? It's a little bit like Vigil in some ways too. What do you think I got wrong about it? How do you think it would look different as the progression of the character goes forward? Please let me know in the comments below, and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to go check out my Twitch channel. I am live Tuesday through Friday every week. We play Rainbow Six Extraction, new releases, all kind of fun stuff, and I hope to see you over there. Have a wonderful day, and see you for the next video.